Good evening. I'm Barbara Koslov, co-president of Beth Yeshurun Sisterhood, which I thoroughly enjoy and I'm honored to be here. My co-president and fellow friend, Vicki Richker, unfortunately cannot be here tonight because there was a recent death in her family. So I hope you will join me in sending condolences to Vicki and her family. So tonight is the annual Sisterhood Shabbat. And this year's Sisterhood Shabbat is quite different from previous years. Many of you may recall that traditionally on Sisterhood Shabbat, a large number of Sisterhood members and their family gather together and we join with the rabbis and the cantor to lead the congregation in prayer. We usually begin our service with many of our past Sisterhood presents reciting the blessing over the Shabbat candles. And what a sight that is to see so many inspiring leaders join on the bima to welcome in the Shabbat. Each year we look forward to this very special service, which is celebrated annually by sisterhoods across North America. Unfortunately, due to the threat of the coronavirus, we are not able to come together and celebrate Sisterhood Shabbat like we would like to. Only a few sisterhood members are here in the synagogue tonight, but many more, we hope, are continuing the tradition and are live streaming the service with us. Sisterhood Shabbat is a time-honored tradition, and we appreciate the opportunity to be recognized. I'm truly honored to be able to speak to you tonight as we adopt to our new virtual reality. So thank you for joining us, whether here at the synagogue or electronically. Next year, we hope to celebrate and enjoy Shabbat services with you, the congregation, and our sisterhood family. So now for the Devar Torah part. The Torah portion this week is Beshalach. The portion highlights the exodus from Egypt, the escape from Pharaoh, crossing the Red Sea, and the beginning of the long journey through the wilderness. This Torah reading also includes the singing and dancing of the Song of the Seas as Miriam and the Israelites reach safety. We learn in this Torah portion that Moses began to sing and the people joined him in a song singing, "Oh, who is like thee, O Lord?" The same song, Mi Chamocha, that we just sang a few minutes ago. Then, once the Israelites safely crossed the Red Sea, they reached dry land. Miriam and the women led the people in song and dance and shook their timbrels as they celebrate. How fitting, on this Sisterhood Shabbat, we read about Miriam, one of the most memorable and dedicated women in the Torah. Our sisterhood can draw inspiration from this Torah portion. Like Miriam, we embrace our roles as leaders and active participants in synagogue life. We celebrate with the congregation our Jewish traditions and heritage. We value the many contributions we can make to the synagogue, and we are very proud of our partnership with the clergy, administration, and lay leaders to work to promote and support synagogue activities and programs. Our contributions are many. For the past 9 years, Sisterhood members have coordinated the Gathering Place, a monthly program to welcome members of the community, Jewish and not Jewish, who suffer from memory loss, and they join together in singing and entertainment and also a delicious meal. Also during the pandemic, we have continued to meet monthly to pack snacks for search and kids' meals. Because of the hardships brought on by this pandemic, these healthy snacks are more important than ever for those in need. Then, while we could not collectively meet to assemble the honeyless honey cake baking kits that we traditionally do for JFS, the Jewish Family Service, Sisterhood member Seema Levy took it on herself to make all the labels for all the bags and contribute them to the Jewish Family Service for their honeyless honey cake kits. Anyway, now we'll go back to the Torah portion, and I'll tell you, as we learn, the Israelites needed to look to the future as they planned to journey through the wilderness. They had crossed the Red Sea, and now there was a new beginning. And I know for all of us, we are looking to the future. We question, when will this pandemic subside? How will we re-engage with our family, friends, and the community? And what will be the new normal? Sisterhood also has to navigate a new path and figure out what our best approach will be to reconnect with our members and explore new opportunities as we slowly go back to meeting together and attending sisterhood programs. We all want to reconnect. So now is the time for me to ask you, our sisterhood and our congregants, please help us plan for our future. We want your ideas, we want your suggestions, we want your involvement. Together, we can forge a best path forward. And how we cross this pandemic will be our challenge as we reaffirm our sisterhood commitments and our vision. Finally, there is another lesson in this Torah portion I want to share, and that's as the Israelites made preparations for the journey through the wilderness, they needed to organize and develop a leadership team. We learned from the Torah reading that various talents and leadership skills emerged that collectively provided the strength to make the journey together. Leaders of the community came forward, each possessing different and varying talents, but each wanting to contribute. Not everyone possessed the same qualities, but multiple talents were needed. This is the same for sisterhood. Sisterhood, too, must also look for new and different leadership and various talents to engage our community and to work together as we support the synagogue and the community. We are a very gifted group of talented and dedicated women, and together we support the synagogue and the community in a variety of ways. But our goal is to continue to bring in new ideas, be more inclusive. We want to continue to provide quality programs, but we want to also look to different areas where sisterhood can support you in the synagogue. And we are so anxious to all get together again so we can pray and socialize and be part of a community. That's what, for us, sisterhood's all about. And together, I know we can make this happen. So let me tell you about some of the other wonderful things our sisterhood does for the synagogue and the community. We help maintain the synagogue kitchens, and we provide the funds to purchase equipment, dining ware, and supplies. Each year, we provide scholarship funds to our members' children to attend Jewish overnight camp and high school travel to Israel. The floral arrangements that you see on the bima during the high holidays are provided by Sisterhood. Every year, we are sponsors of the ERJCC Jewish Film Festival. And our annual Torah Fund, which in the past several years has been a partnership with the ERJCC Steve and Ann Kaufman Book and Arts Festival, that's a mouthful, but we support that with our Torah Fund. And through our Torah Fund, we collect funds to support the Jewish Theological Seminary, which in turn helps the future rabbis, cantors, and Jewish leaders across America. And I am very proud to say that our sisterhood is one of the largest sisterhood contributors in the nation to the JTS. Even in the pandemic, I think we came in 1 or 2 in terms of donating funds to JTS to support the Jewish Theological Seminary. But you know what? Most important are some of the small personal things we do, the little things we do that maybe no one even notices. And that truly is the essence of sisterhood. Providing delicious shiva cakes, which Bonnie Winograd has delivered to our members when there is a death in the family. Now, unfortunately, these shiva cakes are baked by sisterhood members, and we haven't been able to gather to bake the cakes, but hopefully soon that tradition will be reignited and we will be able to make these personal donations and deliveries. We also give our clergy and our staff holiday baskets and treats to wish them a sweet new year. This year, I hand-delivered to several members supplies so they could do the virtual challah bake together. And then we've opened the gift shop on occasions when someone was in need of something for a holiday or for a young man to get his talis for his bar mitzvah. This year, we weren't able to sponsor our annual Sisters in the Hut during Sukkot, which we usually do with other sisterhoods in the city. But one of our members, Robin Skolnick, lugged all our beautiful Sukkot panels down here, and we were able to hang them in the sukkah to enjoy them once again. Each year, we contribute with Rabbi Strauss a small gift to college students for the high holidays and Hanukkah and Passover. But this year was different, and we weren't able to send as many gifts out as we had in the past. We also provide every B'nai Mitzvah with a tzedakah box on their bar or bat mitzvah. And I want to say that some of the most sincere and heartfelt notices we receive are from those college students thanking us for a $5 Uber credit card, or a bar mitzvah student expressing their thanks for the gift and thanking us for making them feel so special on their big day. We also provide many new and different programs. This year was a challenge because we had to do things virtually and we limited our gatherings. So instead of a Passover workshop, Rana Selber, Jan Schaas, and Stephanie Lozier created a beautiful Passover cookbook. I know I took advantage of a number of those recipes. We also had a virtual evening of mindfulness and stress relief led by member Meniza Mizra Gruber. And of course, our most popular event is our group challah bakes. Whether in person or online, Sandra Finkelman and her extraordinary baking skills always attracts a huge crowd. And finally, we support our members in their efforts to make a difference in the community. So on behalf of a congregate and Sisterhood member, Wendy Bernstein, Sisterhood is asking you to participate in Lights Out Cancer. Next Thursday night, February 4th at 7 p.m., we encourage you to join me and Wendy by simply blowing out a candle, turning off a light in your home, or turning a flashlight off. Then take a photo and post it on @LightsOutCancer on your Instagram if you have one, and use the hashtag #LightsOutCancer. It's the little things Sisterhood does that make us feel part of the community and support our congregants. So now I want to thank you for honoring Sisterhood tonight. And just as the Israelites did when they crossed the Red Sea, we look forward to singing and dancing with you and enjoying synagogue life and the many opportunities to pray, learn, volunteer, and visit together. Shabbat Shalom.